Hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions gameplay video. I'm Earth Twister, and I'm excited to be bringing you my final LEDT 2 game. And this time we're taking Jubilee in Justice up against Black Widow in Expert Mode. Now I will say I have had a hard time with this. I tried doing Jubilee in Protection, because I really do like Jubilee in Protection, but it just was not working out. I was either getting too much damage or getting too much threat and just not able to keep up with it. And so this way, I can keep Black Widow confused, hopefully, flip down when I need to, and keep up with the threat as well. I've had a few good practice games with this, and things just seem to be going well enough. So that is that. So the first thing we do is we search the encounter deck for a minion and put it in play engaged with us. So I always like putting in the AIM Scientist. See if I can find him. AIM Soldier, he's right here. Mostly because he's vulnerable, and for Jubilee, that is like easy way to get rid of him. If I get my sunglasses out real quick, it'll be super easy there too. All right, we got that deck shuffled up. We flip this up. Starts with 2 threat. When revealed, place 2 threat on it, so it starts at 4. So we really need to get like a flash of light or something like that. So let's go ahead and give our player deck a shuffle here. I did shuffle it already, but we really want to make sure we got everything good and shuffled. You never know. You never know. All right. I am a little anxious. I really don't want to lose this. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So Jubilee is ready. Hit points are set. There's no toughness, anything like that. So she's not steady or stalwart, which is fantastic. We just have to hope that we can keep our upgrades off. And speaking of our upgrades, we're just going to shift everything over a little bit so we have space for those. All right. Draw our starting hand. We get a multi-talented, Jubilee's Coat, Avengers Mansion, Heroic Intuition, Angel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a Weapon X. Well, honestly, the coat's great. I hate to say it. I'm not ready for the rest of these. Maybe an interesting decision getting rid of Avengers Mansion and Multi-Talented, but we'll go ahead. We're trying to get certain good cards that we need. All right, so we got 2 One Way or Another's, a Chamber, an X-Jet, and a Flash of Light. So the Flash of Light is really what I'm looking for here. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I'm going to grab my side scheme and pop it into play, just as, if anything, a good target for master plan. So that'll come in with 2 threat. Shuffle that deck up. Comes in with 2. I'm going to flip up. Now, do I get risky here? Because I could do One Way or Another to bring in 3 cards for me. If I do One Way or Another, I can use those 3 cards to pay for the X-Jet. Then I can use myself and the X-Jet to play Jubilee's Coat, and then Chamber and the other One Way or Another to pay for Flash of Light. So I think we're going to be okay if we do this. Could be really wrong. So we're going to do One Way or Another, and we're going to go grab Abduct Superhumans. So I reveal the side scheme. Oh, so it surges. If I reveal it, it gets surge. So maybe not Abduct Superhumans. Let's see what else we get. I think we'll do Automated Defenses, because I'm not planning to attack Black Widow this turn. All right, so that'll come in. 3, hinder 1, so 4 threat. We get to draw cards for One Way or Another. Okay, so we got 2 for Justice and a Strength. We're going to use the Strength and 1 for Justice to pay for the X-Jet. Then Jubilee and the X-Jet will pay for Jubilee's coat. So we'll move me and everything up here. I don't know. No, we'll do this. All right, so then we've got 4 cards left in hand. One way or another, I can hang on to Chamber if I Flash of Light. Or, well, I get rid of, okay. Okay, so one way or another, and for Justice, 2 different resources to pay for Flash of Light. Remove 3 threat from a scheme, or remove it from automated defenses. Then, if I paid for this card using 2 different resource types, which I did, confuse an enemy, we'll confuse Aim Scientist. He is vulnerable, so he gets discarded immediately. Discard this character if it is stunned or confused. Okay. And then Jubilee's coat will go ahead and trigger to remove 2 threat from the main. Okay, so we hang on to Chamber. We'll ready and draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up by 2 because it goes up equal to Widow's stage number. Then she's going to attack me for 2 plus a boost. I'm going to defend. I'll take this one, even though it's going to be an extra. So 3. So 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I take 5. I go down to 4. That could be a massive mistake. Our encounter card, Widow's Bite. I'm stunned, and I take a damage. Okay. I don't have any confuses, so that is definitely a bit of a problem. 1, 2, 3 for 1, 2, 3 for 3 steps ahead. For each different resource type you use to pay for this card, choose a scheme and remove 2 threat from it. So first one, we'll remove a threat here. Then we'll remove a threat here and another threat there. That is 3 steps ahead. Then I'll use 4 resources to get Wolverine into play. Wolverine will hit Black Widow for 3. There's no threat to be removed here, so she just takes the 3, going down to 13. Wolverine takes 2 consequential for that. I will exhaust to clear my stunned. We'll ready and drop to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes up by 2. Black Widow will attack for 2 plus a boost. She gets a 3, so Wolverine will defend 2. Yeah, I would have died. So 5 to Wolverine, he gets defeated. We get an encounter card. She gets one of her gauntlets. Okay. That just means she gets retaliate 1. I think it's safe enough to one way or another. So we'll search for a side scheme and reveal it. Let's grab Mad Science. Each aim minion gains 1 acceleration icon. It has hinder 2. So it's going to come in with 4 threat. I get to draw 3 cards. Energy, Grand Finale, and my sunglasses. We'll go ahead and use the energy to pay for my sunglasses. We will 1 as a mental resource, 2 with the grand finale to pay for poor justice, and remove 4 threat from a scheme. Trigger my coat to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Because we used 2 different resource types. Then, really don't need to remove threat. I can't remove threat. I really don't want to deal damage necessarily. If I use Firecracker, I can stun. That doesn't really allow me to flip down. I think we're safe enough to flip down. So I will flip down and heal for 3. We'll hold on to these cards and draw up to 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I was looking for either one of these cards earlier, but we didn't get it until now. So we're kind of... Okay, so 2 threat there. She's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. That puts it up to 6. And our encounter card... 2, 3. Oh my gosh, okay. Threat's at 9. Okay. Dang. Daggone. All right. Let's see here. I do need to go ahead and flip up. I think that's just going to be the best choice, even though I have 6 health. We can definitely use a multi-talented if I want to damage. Of course, blinding flash will stun and confuse, which would be helpful. Well, that's stun and confuse each chosen enemy. So that's 3 different enemies. Really, let's do this. We'll use Jubilee's resource, the XJS resource, and a multi-talented to pay for Professor X. He'll go ahead and confuse Black Widow. And then he'll come and remove 3 threat from the main. He'll take a consequential for that. Then I'll use Plasmoid Energy and Firecracker to pay for multi-talented. I will remove a threat here. Discard the top card here. After this attack, attach this card to the attacking character. After a character you control attacks Black Widow, if no preparation ability was resolved, discard this card. Okay. So yes, a preparation ability is resolved. So she prevents me from attacking, but this will finish first. So we still deal 2 damage to her. We won't be able to deal 3 with the sunglasses here. We'll remove 2 threat, dropping this to 3. I'll trigger my coat to remove another 3 threat. And we'll heal 2 from our identity. Okay. So I just have to exhaust a character I control to get rid of the stun net. Alright, so we'll draw up to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. The stun sonic rifle could be good. There it goes up by 2. Black Widow will attack for 2 plus a boost, 3 plus a boost. Professor X will defend, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Professor X. And then we get an encounter card. She schemed, but she's confused. All right, I'm going to go ahead and exhaust Jubilee to discard this card. What seems best here? We have Husk, X-Mansion, and Blinding Flash. Firecracker would stun again. The issue would be the threat and the preparations. Oh, I should have taken a Retaliate earlier. So my health is at 7. I think we'll use X-Jet and X-Mansion to pay for Firecracker. It's 2 different resources. We'll hit her for 4. Oh, that means that removes a threat. Discard the top card. There are no preparations. So this gets removed. I do take the retaliate still. She takes 4 and goes down to 7. And then my sunglasses will trigger. Remove that threat. Again, no preparation. Love to see Shadows of the Past go that way. And she takes 2 additional damage. I have no extra resources to play the cards in my hand. So we'll hold on to them. And draw up to 5. 4, 5. Okay. Ready. Threat goes up by 2. Black Widow will attack for 2 plus a boost. I'll defend 2, 3. I take 1 point of damage. And our encounter card is an aim commando with quick strike, so I take 2 more points of damage. Alright, so here I think it's going to be good to exhaust for resource. Do 1, 2. So 3 resources for blinding flash. That means they each get stunned and confused. Okay. That resolves blinding flash. Then I'm left with 2 cards in hand and nothing to do with them, so I will go ahead and flip down here. And on my next turn, I will heal. So ready? Drop to 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Threat goes up to 4. Black Widow is confused. This minion's confused. Our encounter card is an aim grunt with guard. Okay. I will exhaust to heal for 3. I'll use a sonic rifle to pay for X gene. I'll flip up. X-Jet and X-Gene will pay for Flash of Light. We'll remove 3 threat from a scheme and confuse Black Widow. I'm going to use Gambit and the Sonic Rifle to pay for Utopia. Okay. We're ready. Draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up to 3. Black Widow is stunned. This minion's stunned. I'll take 1 from the grunt. Our encounter card is an aim soldier with patrol who finds aim scientist. We are getting minioned out with almost no way to deal with them. Gosh. Okay. So Genius will pay for Moira McTaggart. X-Jet and X-Gene will pay for Flash of Light to remove 3 threat from a scheme. And then we'll confuse the aim scientist. That gets him out. I don't need 3 steps ahead. I can hit for 2. So I'll do that on... Ooh. I could not remove the threat from the main. So hold up, what did I use? So this was for Moira. Those 2, okay. I don't have any damage cards. He'd be back out. I think there was 3 threat on the scheme. So I could still theoretically confuse the aim scientist, but I wouldn't be removing the threat. I'll still hit for 2 on this soldier here. And then I will do these 2 to confuse the aim scientist without removing the threat. I think that's a valid move. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Then I'll flip down, ready, and drop to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was afraid of this. Okay. Threat goes up by 2 to 5. Black Widow does not scheme. She's confused. This goes up to 6, 7, 8. So if she schemes at all, we're done for. We get another aim grunt. And surge into Dance of Death. So I take a damage. And that is that. Okay. Things could have been worse. Okay. What do we have? I can remove threat and I can confuse enemies and damage them. Okay. Well, I'm going to exhaust to heal for 3, taking me back up to 7. I'll flip up. As I flip up, I'll trigger Mora, who will draw me a card to another Firecracker. Plasmoid Energy will pay for Firecracker. I deal 4 damage to an enemy. We'll go ahead and take out the Aim Commando. And we'll trigger the Sunglasses to do 2 damage to the Grunt. No. We'll go ahead and defeat this soldier. Then I'll do X-Gene and X-Jet to pay for another Firecracker. Deal 4 damage there and stun him. Then really it's beneficial to get Eros in because of the fact that I can only remove 2 threat here. Eros can only remove 2 threat. He is a guardian, so he doesn't ready me, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, no, I needed to do that way. So 2 mentals for Eros. That will confuse both the aim grunt, both of the aim grunts. All right. Eros will then remove 2 threat from the main. And take a consequential. We'll ready and draw up. 1. We'll get rid of disguise. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, no damages and just a bunch of resources. This is... Threat goes up by 2. Black Widow attacks for 2 plus a boost. Eros defends. Eros is defeated. I take 1 from this grunt and this guy's stunned. Okay, our encounter card is an aim abductor. Took the ally control with the most remaining hit points under Abduct Superhumans. Otherwise, place 2 threat on Abduct Superhumans. If Abduct Superhumans is not in play, find it and put it into play. Destroy the evidence. Okay. Comes in with 2 threat. Okay. Well, because I really need cards, we're going to one way or another. And maybe this doesn't work. We'll see. We'll get 4 threat here on Destroy Evidence. And draw 3 cards. Flash of Light. multi-talented, and Gambit. All right, well, for Gambit, I'm going to use energy and myself to pay for him. He'll look at the top 3 cards of the deck for me and grab my obligation. So he's at 2/2. And he'll trigger Utopia to ready me. Then I'm going to use Plasmoid Energy and the X-Jet to pay for multi-talented. The physical, I'll deal 2 damage to this Aim Grunt, defeating him. I will remove 2 threat from a scheme. Then I will actually, yeah, that's fine. Heal 2 damage from my identity. Then I'll trigger Jubilee's coat to remove 3 threat from a scheme. Oh gosh. Okay, I've got 2 flashes of lights. And then trigger my sunglasses to do 3 damage to the Aim Abductor. All right. Gambit will thwart 2 off of Destroy the Evidence. I'll take a consequential. Strength will pay for a flash of light and remove 3 threat from a scheme, dropping the main to 5. I will exhaust with X-Gene to pay for another flash of light. That's 2 different resources to remove 3 more threat from a scheme, dropping it down to 2. And we'll get a Confuse off on Black Widow. We'll ready and draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat goes up to 2 to 4. Black Widow attacks for 2 plus a boost. I will defend. 2, 3. I take 1 damage. And I'll take those 3 there. So I go down to 4. Encounter card. Aim Commando with Quick Strike. Probably not the best, but I'll take those 2 as well. Okay. X-Gene is not going to help this turn, unfortunately. So if I do 2 for Angel, I can ready and I'll have 3 for multi-talented. Okay, so 2 resources to pay for Angel. Angel will trigger Utopia, which will ready me. I will exhaust with the X-Jet and for Justice to pay for multi-talented. So I will deal 2 damage to this guy. Remove 2 threat from the main. I'll heal 2. I'll trigger my coat to remove the rest of the threat. And my sunglasses to defeat this guy. That's multi-talented. Angel will hit for 2 on the Abductor. Take a consequential. Gambit will hit for 2 on the Commando. That may have been his last use. No, that was his second use. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm pretty sure I just thwarted and then that was my first attack with him. So with her being confused, I think I'm going to flip down. It'll give me an opportunity to heal next turn. And we'll ready. And we'll drop to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat will go up by 2. Black Widow would scheme, but she's confused. Aim Commando schemes for 1, putting it at 3. Our encounter card is a Surge into a Gauntlets. Okay. I'm going to exhaust to heal for 3. And then I'll flip up. As I flip up, Moira will trigger to draw me a card. We got Professor X, which then I will use Genius and X-Jet to pay for Professor X. He'll come in and throw another Confuse on the Widow. Utopia will trigger to ready me. X will thwart for 3, taking a consequential. So now, the cards in my hand are pretty much useless. Okay, so, but this is actually good. So Angel will hit for 2 on the Commando. Gambit will take his final hit on Black Widow. There is no threat to be removed, so no preparations are resolved. If no preparation ability is resolved, discard this card. That gets discarded, but he takes a consequential and a retaliate, but does his 2 as he leaves play. Okay, then, since there's nothing else really to be done, I will swing at her for 2 myself, dropping her to 1. These 3 will pay for the Sonic Rifle. That comes in with 2 counters. And then we'll ready and drop to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat here goes up by 2. She will attack for 2 plus a boost. X will defend. 4. X is defeated. Encounter card is Covert Ops. I get confused. She schemes, but she's confused. All right. I think we're in a good spot. Mostly. I will exhaust to clear my confused. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 for Chamber. Chamber will trigger Utopia to ready me. And I can Firecracker. But I won't be able to remove all the threat that she'll put on, which is a problem. So I think what we'll just do is I'll thwart for 2. Clearing that. I can't Firecracker now because all I have left is X-Gene. But I'll trigger this to confuse her. And then I will flip down. And then ready and drop to 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll get some extra card draw. 6, okay. Threat will go up by... Where'd my die go? 2. She would scheme, but she's confused. Our encounter card is her Goggles. Alright, not a problem at all. Alright, so I don't think I need to heal. I will flip up here, and Moira will draw me a card. We get Husk. I see the 2 threat there. Do I have a ton? I don't have a ton of... Okay. So what we'll do is I will thwart 2, clear this. Angel will attack for 2, defeating her there. She flips and places 3 threat on the main. That's what she does. I will trigger the sonic rifle to confuse her. She goes up to 20 hit points. Then, see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really have enough. So what I'll do is we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 for Wolverine. He's an X-Man. Did I not? I don't think I readied Utopia, so he'll trigger Utopia to ready me. Yeah, I didn't ready Utopia. And then I will thwart 2, dropping that to 1. Chamber will attack for 2. No other preparation, but this says each encounter card without a printed preparation ability prevents all damage from this attack, then discard night vision goggles. So we got that discarded, which is good. He didn't take consequential because she's confused. Then X-Gene and X-Jet will be 2 different resources to pay for Firecracker. So she'll just take 4 damage, going down to 16. Sunglasses will trigger an additional 2, taking her down to 14. And she gets stunned for the 2 different resource types. Wolverine will hit for 3, taking her down to 11. He'll take 2 consequential, and I think we're starting to move here. Threat goes up by 3. Little touch and go there for a minute. She would attack, but she's stunned. And our encounter card is a Covert Ops, which she confuses me, and she's confused, so she can't scheme. Oh, I forgot to draw up 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't change anything because there's a card there. Okay, well then. I will exhaust to clear my confused. Plasmoid Energy will Flash of Light, remove 3 threat, and confuse her. Then Chamber will attack for 2, dropping her down to 9. Wolverine will be defeated, dropping her down to 6. And then X-Gene, X-Jet, and One Way or Another will pay for a grand finale. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. For each different resource type, so X-Gene, X-Jet, and One Way or Another, so we'll say physical, energy, and mental. So we deal 2, 4, 6. So she is technically at -2. There's no threat on the main. The only side scheme that has any threat is my player side scheme, which is fine. And there are no side schemes or minions in play. We get another 10 here. That was fantastic. I am so ecstatic about that. Mostly because that got so close to threading out. Like, I thought I was going to lose. If she had schemed for 1 more that one time, it would have popped and we would have lost. Let me know if there's anything else that I've missed in the comments below. I'm really glad that I was able to do this. I'm glad that I switched to Justice. Jubilee is just powerful in Justice. Bringing Chamber along is fantastic if you can bring him. 10 out of 10 would recommend Jubilee. She is probably, between her and Domino, they're my 2 favorite heroes. Even in this limited environment, being able to flip down so much is so helpful for her when you can confuse the enemy. I would love to show what she can do against an enemy that is steady or stalwart at some point. But for now, content yourself with watching Daring Lime videos where he's done that against Magneto. But anyways, thanks again for watching so much, guys. As always, stay twisty. Don't forget to like, share, and comment.